In this video, we got one of the best run schemes, if not the best run scheme in Madden 24 right now out of the pistol strong. Let's jump into this formation and show y'all why that is. So to start off, you have an RPO stretch, you have an RPO zone up the middle, and you have not one, not two, but three option plays, and then you also have a power option. So technically, you have four option plays. You have an HB screen you can run, and also the PA flood that you want to throw in the mix with that famous street corner with a flat route, and then you have another wide receiver coming across the field. Basically, the perfect setup to beat all zone coverages. But we're gonna be primarily focusing on the runs. So in my audibles, the main two is gonna be the stretch, and then also the second one is gonna be the triple option. Those are like my go-to. Now the third one is kind of up to you. I mean, you're supposed to get four because I'm in a custom. My audibles are kind of messed up. But my third one that I favor is going to be the TR option switch. So you'll have these three in your audibles, and then you can also come out in another play. So you'll have a fourth or a fifth play as an option. And real quick, your fullback, make sure you sub in another running back at that position. So you're going to be able to hand it off to somebody up the middle that is actually decent at running the ball. This can work with or without a running quarterback, but if you have a running quarterback, like let's say you're using the Saints, sub in Tyson Hill, and this will be night and day with the fast quarterback. But we're going to jump into the practice field and show y'all how we set these plays up and get that going for y'all. All right, so what we're going to do is show y'all how we set these plays up, how we like to run them, and then we're going to jump into some head-to-head and break it down for y'all and show y'all how this works against real users. So all three of these right here, I run the same. What I do is I'll take the outside wide receiver. From the strong side, I'll motion him in. Once he gets between like the tight end and the numbers, that's when you're going to go ahead and call hut. Just to give you an example, like with this stretch right here, I'm going to motion him. And basically, once he passes those numbers, we're going to go ahead and snap the ball like that. What motion snapping does it'll bring linebackers more inside, towards the quarterback. So it's perfect for stretch plays or anything towards the outside. If you're gonna run something to the inside, wait for the wide receiver to get around the guard and then go ahead and call hut. But if you're gonna do an outside run, make sure he's outside the tight end before you call hut. So let's say we have a play like this on defense. They're heavier to the right side. We can easily just audible to this triple option, and we can hand it off to the inside. So basically something like this, and just get some yards like that. Now this becomes an issue for your opponent when they start trying to send man blitzes. If they send a man blitz and you do either one of these triple options like this one or this one, what it does is it like brings the defense in big time to the middle of the field. And once you get that pitch off, it's usually like one or two guys to beat to get a touchdown. Now, it's better to do this one when they're doing man blitzes, but sometimes you do struggle to get that pitch off. I'll show you what it looks like. I don't know if they're doing a man blitz, but if they do, like, okay, like that's a perfect example. That's why I kind of stay away from that one, but it's still a good play. If you can get the pitch off, it's damn near a touchdown or like a 20-yard gain almost every single time, depending on where you are on the field. And your running back speed and all that comes into play. But yeah, now I do want to talk about another play. I'm gonna go ahead and switch into that play, and then we'll jump back to the practice field. All right, so the other play I wanted to talk about that I didn't have in my audibles is gonna be the power option. Now, the reason I like this play is probably the best one out of all the runs. I don't know. It's kind of a hard debate because they're all really good. But you can flip this. That's why I like this play. You can flip it to the right or to the left. So, like, let's say they're really heavy to the right. You can flip it to the left. If you like it towards the power side, you can keep running it to the power side. But same thing, we're going to motion snap the wide receiver. So once he passes his numbers, basically go ahead and call hut, and then you can just go to work. It's so easy to get the pitch off with the power option. You can keep it with the quarterback, and this is night and day when you have a running quarterback. So if you do have, even if he's a backup quarterback for this specific formation, make sure you sub him in. And then on top of that, you also got those pass plays. Do not forget to mix them in. Once you hit them once or twice, they're going to be on edge. Their user's going to be in the middle of the field, and you can hit that corner route to the tight end with ease against all zones. So now we're going to jump into some head-to-head gameplay and show y'all this being ran against real users. All right, now we're going to jump into some gameplay, but honestly, it's really just us watching a highlight tape of how this run scheme is ran. But I do want to just kind of talk about a little bit of things here and there. But let's go ahead and jump into it. A lot of times I'll start off with the stretch, which you're going to see right here. And you see how I motion snapped this wide receiver. People don't understand how strong a motion snap is, like how it brings the defense in, especially on RPO stretches. If you're not doing that with your stretches in general, definitely, add some motions here and there. It will make the DBs pull in. It will make linebackers pull in. So that's definitely something you want to add to. But you're gonna notice I'm doing the same thing with all my run plays. Again, we're gonna be running the other run play where it's a triple option, but we're still motioning our wide receiver. And once you get somebody to start blitzing you, like man blitzes, this is when those triple options come into play. Last time we did the triple option where we handed it off to the running back going to the right. Now we're doing it to where we fake the handoff up the middle, and then we're gonna have the pitch out to the left again. These triple options are very powerful when it comes to dragging the defense to one direction, and that's what makes this scheme just so deadly. Again, we're doing the fake to the inside, and we're pitching it, and it's not even a fake. Like it's an option. Like you can run it towards the inside if you want to. Now this is actually probably one of the best, if not the best, out of all the runs, and I don't even use it the most. It's the power option, basically the speed option. And let's just take this back a little bit. So I noticed, like, if you notice this DB, let me see. Okay, you see this DB, how he came from the right side of the field all the way over here. Once I seen that, I audible to the power option and I flipped it, because that is one of the plays that you can actually flip. So it's naturally supposed to go to the left or to the strong side, but we ended up flipping it to the right, and we had all that room. And this is, like I said, this is probably one of the best runs out of this. And then we added this play right here because I just wanted to show y'all an unfortunate situation. This is just a football play by a football player. Like he's just gonna break off his block and he's gonna be able to kind of mess up the run right here. If he held that block, we could have probably ended up turning it into like a little 5 yards. Again though, like your opponent doesn't know which way you're going. All these fakes to left, to the right, you know, keeping it with the quarterback. That's what makes it difficult. Again, we hit him with a little triple option right here, almost get the touchdown, but we get some good yards. We were, you know, it was 2nd and 18, and then we just hit him with the simple stretch right here. Jukebox came into play a little bit right here, and we just able to get into the end zone. And this is just what makes this scheme so difficult. Like I said, you know, I could be handing it off to the right, handing it off to the left, you know, a fake to up the middle, keeping it with the quarterback with an option. And these are just the run plays. Like you can still do. They have a nice play with the corner route doing a tight end doing a corner route, and the outside receiver doing a streak with the fullback doing a flat. So that's that simple concept that will really catch your opponent off guard after you hit them with this a few times. And they also got that screen pass. Just mix and match all of these run plays, and then a couple of times with that pass play. Now I'm not telling you to go spam this run scheme over and over again. Like run it one time, the next time you come into this formation, they might think you're doing the same thing, but then you switch it up. You do the triple option, you do the stretch. By all means, if you want to run it the whole game, go ahead. Definitely, if you have a running quarterback and 2 good running backs, this can be an OP scheme that is very hard to stop. But this is good. You know, also, not only is it good, it's just something fun to do. So definitely give this a try, add this to your playbook, and let me know how it ends up working for you.